Holla at the homie Fat Potna Big Smoke.
What's handy? Okay. So today what we gonna talk about, hold on, let me scoot up a little bit. Today what we gonna talk about losing friends over money. This topic is perfect for the time because man, I might be losing a friend over some money. And I know you can say, man, that's petty, man. You don't want to lose a ride or dog, no. Hey, listen, if you call me and ask me to borrow some money and then you don't pay me, I'm not gonna physically. I'm not no more. I'm not at the point where I'm gonna pull up and we're gonna get physical. I've learned that usually people that need to borrow stuff probably need to borrow it again, and the best way I can fix you is to let you have that and never have action at me again. So I got a couple situations, right? I'm gonna talk about them both. So the dangers of losing money to friends is you can lose them friends. Got a partner dude was cool. I met him out here, right? Used to pick me up for work. Really didn't charge me any money or nothing like that. I would, I'd do whatever I could do for him. I might have had some stuff that he needed, so he can come by. Whenever he needed something from me, I had him. One day he brought something that's worth a couple $100, and no, I'm gonna take it back. Before that, his daughter's birthday was coming up, and he was low on his money, and he was talking about like trading his PlayStation. I was like, don't do that. I got a few dollars. You can borrow 100 or something like that. Just give me back. So I tell you guys all the time that I'm working on not being who I was. So I used to lend people money and charge them extra and be tripping if I didn't get it right. But I was like, this is my loved one. He's like the closest to a friend I have out here. I'm not gonna let $100 be the reason. Dude owed me $100 for over a year before I ever say something to him. When I say something about it, he's like, oh man, I thought I paid you back. But I got you. Then he pays you more money. So later on, we borrow money, paying it back, whatever, blah, 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 blah. He get a couple dollars from me. And then I never hear from him again. We live in the same apartment, so all that, this my dog. We would rarely see each other. When I see him, I wouldn't want to bring it up or nothing, but there was a couple times where my money is a little funny, and I don't want to be no jerk, but you had time to pay me, right? So I see him, I'm like, hey man, you owe me the bread, whatever, woo, 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 woo. Now, before this, come over, watch the fights, we hang out, you know what I mean? Now, say something about my bread now, you got excuses, oh, I'm gonna send it to you, whatever. Oh yeah, the bank tripping, man, got my money tied or whatever. I never get my dough, right? But now I've lost a friend. Now we not fighting and shooting at each other, but now you're the only person that used to be able to come over and hang out at my house. Now I don't have my fight buddy because he feels some type of way because he owe me some money. Now if I say something, black people is, oh, you ain't got to come at me like that. I ain't coming at you no way. You know what? Keep the money. It's all good. We just ain't that no more. Now this is a dude I really rocked with, and now, possibly see him in need, I might not stop. You know what I mean? So bam, we're gonna fast forward to today's Monday. Saturday night I get a phone call from somebody that's one of my real folks. She's done a lot of stuff for me or whatever. She's like, hey, I'm stranded in New Mexico and I need some money, whatever. I'm like, where your husband at? Oh, I'm with him. He driving and he get paid Monday. I'm like, look, man, I just got paid, but I paid all my bills and I do everything by myself. I'm not hustling. I'm not mixing it to fix it. Like all my bills are paid, but I got $100. She like, well, send me that $100 and I'll pay you back Monday. I said, do you hear what you're saying? Like, how do you feel comfortable asking me for everything that I have? Well, I'll do what you do. I don't even need that. I was like, look, man, I'll send you half of everything I got. $50, I'll get you some gas, but you shouldn't even be in the situation that you in. Like, I'll send you $50 though. But if you don't send me my bread back Monday, she's like, if I don't send you your money back, you can beat my husband or whatever. First of all, what you're saying is unrealistic because you live in Utah. You know how much it's gonna cost me to go out there and do something to your husband? I don't even think I can whoop your nigga anyway. So it is what it is, right? But I'm do this. I send her the bread. It's now Monday. It's 7 p.m. I send her my information, send her my number, so she can get it tailed to me. I yet to have got my money. Right now, most people wouldn't even send you their last. Uh, Only reason why I done it is because I done made a lot of money out this lady house, right? And it is what it is. I'm not mad at nobody but myself, but I ain't even hella mad. I say it all the time: be a blessing to yourself and be a blessing to others. I'm good. It's food in my house, food in my refrigerator and my freezer. In my freezer. There's gas in my car and in my van. I will make it for the next 2 weeks. The only thing is, uh, if I wake up and that money ain't in there, I don't have this friend no more. The best way to keep a friendship solid: give what you can, but don't expect it back. Um, I didn't have nothing to give. You know what I mean? I went out on a limb, but this usually happens to me. You know what I mean? Like, and it'd be cool. It'd be like that's a cheap way of not having you no more. It was a dude at my job. We was cool, man. Dude asked me to borrow $10 because the boss was ordering food. Dude like, hey man, let me get $10 whatever. I said, pay my bread back. Oh yeah. Not only did he not pay me, but he had the audacity to be complaining about somebody else wanting some money. I said, how you mad at him? But I don't treat you like that already. Oh, that money I owe you, that ain't the same thing. For sure. Um, I can't go into specifics, but at some point in time, this dude was purchasing something that was going for $1,000. And I had it probably for $6. And every time he busted his move, he was paying $400 more than he would have had to pay. And over my $10, he didn't have action at the $400 less. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to say I'm petty. Maybe I'm stubborn, but this dude gained $10 out of me and probably lost a few thousand. You know what I mean? Over 10 funky American dollars. Over 40 quarters. Yeah. It is what it is. So let's talk about when money creates jealousy. Not everybody claps when you're winning. Man, so I ran away from home real young. I was out there getting it. When I say I was out there getting it, no, I was not raising Canelan or Ghosts. No, I was not the Flittery Boys. But I was having some money before a lot of people around me was having some money. You know what I mean? Some people are gonna feel like they're entitled to your success, even if they don't, even if they didn't help you earn it. Saw a cousin that made it to the NFL, right? My cousin made it to the league, and I wasn't asking for nothing. And he made it to my team. When he was so much younger than me, I just felt like it wasn't appropriate for me to ask him for nothing. Um, did I want to be like, man, you got it, man, fly me out there to Indy and let me meet T.Y. Hilton and Andrew Luck and all that? Yeah, but I couldn't find myself to do it because I wasn't blocking when he was in the gym. You know what I mean? I wasn't shooting when he was in the gym, even though this is a basketball. Let's see. I love my cousin, and no matter what he had, that wouldn't have changed nothing. Real people don't count your pockets or accept handouts, or expect handouts. Yeah, now if you're trying to give me something that's on you, I want you to receive your blessings for being a blessing to me. It's better to give than receive, and I don't want to be a jerk and stop you from giving. You know what I mean? Mixing business with friendship, man. I got one of them right now. Getting my taxes done by my homegirl. She has a lot going on in her life right now. I'm calling her, trying to have her track down my taxes, and she ain't answering my phone calls, man. And I'm over here like, man, I knew not to mix business with friends or family. I would hate to be upset with her because she's not answering my phone call, but I do feel some type of way. And now if I was dealing with somebody that's not, if it was just strictly business, they probably wouldn't do me like that. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? A fallout over money can turn into a lifetime of bad blood. I know this. Uh, but you have to know when to walk away. If someone has bad money habits, don't do business with them, no matter how close you are. You live and you learn, and I've been alive for 48 years. I should have learned by now. Um, I'm so busy at working on not being who I was. I got to remember some of the things, some of my principles, and some of uh, my money habits have got me to where I am. So I'm 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 learning balance. You know what I mean? Let's see. How to handle money issues without losing friends. Set boundaries. Be clear about what you will and what you won't do when it comes to money. Kind of got to set them with yourself. You know what I mean? If they owe you, don't let it control your peace. Either address it directly or move on. And I'm kind of moving on. It does bother me when I see people. I'll be like, man, this mother know that I ain't the one to play with. Then I remind myself that they must just not value my friendship, because life with me is a whole lot better than life without me. Learn from the lesson. If money rules a friendship, it wasn't that strong to begin with. And the best friendships aren't based on financial favors, but mutual respect and real support. You know what I mean? So these couple of stories I told you about people, that's not made up stuff, that's real. Um, I would not allow that to be a reason why I'm not who I am. You know what I mean? Like I said, freezer full, gas, bills paid. I get another allowance from my job in a couple weeks. I will be okay. Um, Most of my feelings are in my mouth, they're in my teeth, but I am a human being and I do have feelings, and I'm not gonna get inside of them over $50. Not at all. You know what I mean? But unfortunately for that lady, she come from a real big family, couldn't ask nobody for but me, and I made it happen within a matter of seconds. So unfortunately for her, she lost a real one. This is Holla at the Homie. If you think I'm being petty, say something in them comments. You know I'm gonna ask you to like this. You know I'm gonna ask you to subscribe. You know I'm gonna ask you to say something. You know, do all those things. Help me be seen by other folks. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to share my life experiences and hopefully share. You know, put some pain where it ain't, and give a little bit of game to a lane. And if you didn't know these things, that doesn't make you lame. Be smooth. Fat Pint of Big Smoke. I'm up out of here.